Hi guys, good to be with you again. It's Rich and I'm back here once more, and today I'm going to be checking out a clone. In fact, I haven't done a clone for such a long time, and today we will be checking out a clone by Tobeco, who's been doing clones since I started vaping, and probably before that as well. That was like 4 years ago. And despite the fact that, you know, they've also released their own authentic products and things like that lately, they still do clones every once in a while, and good ones as well. So this is what we're going to be checking out today, the clone version of the Kayfun 5 by Tobeco. I like it. Okay, anyway, this was sent to me, the clone version of the Kayfun 5, by one of our local online vape stores based out of KL, and they're called altSmo.com. I'm going to leave a link below for you and right here. Now, I've not had the chance to own the authentic KF5 in short, or Kayfun 5, whichever way you want to call it. So this is not a review per se, because I don't have, you know, the authentic to compare with this and things like that. But what I'll do is I'll show you in the close-ups afterwards the clone version of the Kayfun 5, vape it, you know, and I'll tell you what I think of it, okay? And see whether it's worth the, you know, the money that you're going to be paying for a clone. I've had this for more than 2 weeks now. I've vaped it for a couple of tangs on it, and off the bat I can tell you I am liking it. This has got to be, for me, one of the nicest Kayfuns I've ever used. I mean, we've had quite a few Kayfuns released already. This is one of them. No frills, nice, smooth vape, very relaxed kind of vape. Very cool, okay? Just like all the other Kayfun tanks, they vape really well, don't get me wrong, but, you know, but when it comes to ease of use, practicality and things like that, and the juice capacity, this is wonderful, okay? The juice that we're going to be using today will be called Mini Muffin, okay, one hit wonder. This also came to me from altSmo.com. It's available from them now. This is a 6 mg bottle, so we're going to take a close look at this as well afterwards. So tell you what, why don't we dive into the close-ups right now. I'll show you the clone version of the Kayfun 5 by Tobeco. Come back as usual, vape on it, and I'll leave you my 2 cents worth. Catch you later. Alright, so here's your Kayfun 5 by Tobeco. Comes in their very own packaging like that. And if you were to say this is a one-to-one, well, to me it is not, because for one, the packaging is completely different from the authentic version. The authentic, of course, comes with the standard black box with blues in it. This is just plain gray, white, and black prints on it. And it says Tobeco right on top there, although it says Kayfun 5, certification markings and all that. Alright, so very simple box. Flip it open, and you have two boxes inside, one of it containing your device and the other one your bag of spares. So we're going to put the one with the device, obviously it's much heavier, at the side there, and take a look at what are the spares that you have. Oh yes, the stainless steel tank that you have here, which actually comes pre-installed with the tank when you first get it. So I just swapped it around because I prefer to use the glass tank when I was testing it. So this is made out of stainless steel, but it doesn't mention whether it's stainless steel 316 or any other material or other grades. Where the authentic comes with 316, it could be the same, you never know, and that's your Somesto logo printed, or rather no, engraved on the barrel itself, definitely engraved, and not a print there. Come with a brush finish, nice machining, very clean, very nice. And with the stainless steel tank, you get 5 ml in capacity. All right, so we'll put the tank aside. What else is there? You've got your bag of spares in there as well. Your bag of spares will have a lot of O-rings for you, just in case you need replacements, and not to mention these Phillips head screws for you to pin down your wires. The thing with the authentic version is you get a pair of longer screws or bigger screws, so that if you want to use thick wires, you can use those bigger screws or the longer screws. But this one, all your 4 Phillips head screws are the same size in height and in size as well. So when you putting in your Clapton coil and trying to pin it down, it could be a little bit, just a tad little bit tricky, but otherwise I managed to do it. So that's the Phillips screw that it comes. It doesn't give you one set of longer screws or anything like that. And lots of O-rings. And by the way, altSmo.com, if you need more of this, they sell it in a pack, okay, all these spares. So besides that, let's take a look at the tank right now, which is in this box. So here it is with the Suomestor logo, also engraved on the chimney barrel in there. There's another engraving of Suomestor on the drip tip right here on the top here. Comes with a glass tank. Like I said, I swapped it around. The authentic comes with a quartz glass, and I'm not sure if this is quartz. It could be, you never know, because a lot of Chinese manufacturers are kind enough to actually include quartz glass nowadays, which is better than Pyrex glass. But then again, I'm not too sure. Don't take my word for it. The drip tip is got a bore of measuring up to 5.5 millimeters in diameter. So it comes with the POM inlay to keep heat away from your lips, 2 O-rings to hold it down, and you could actually swap this out with your own personal drip tip. Underneath, this is how it looks like. Serial number, of course fake, and the Suomestor logo. You've got a 510 pin here, and those are your juice holes in there. You've got 6 of them all around the chimney barrel, which we'll have a look at closer afterwards. Right now, this comes top fill, so you want to fill your juice. All you got to do is just unscrew this. Very much similar to the Kayfun Mini. There you go. You're going to need to just push it down a little bit because there's the O-ring there. Push it down a little bit and then screw it in. And the good thing is right now you've got this slanted edge here at the side, so whatever condensation you have, the e-liquid is going to just flow back into the tank. And this is to adjust your juice, and also to open up the deck as well. I've got my Clapton coil in there. I'm going to just open up completely. You can even open up the top section as well, and that's your chimney. So now the chimney comes with 3 juice holes there, and I think they're much bigger in size, so it's very forgiving when it comes to wicking. It's going to saturate your wick really very nicely. There's an O-ring there to go up against the glass, keep it nicely sealed, no leaking. And that's the top section with the O-ring going against the glass also to prevent any leaking. That's your glass there. It looks like Pyrex to me. I'm not too sure, honestly. Okay, let's take a look at the deck here. So your airflow control, you don't have to take out this pin and put a screwdriver in to adjust anymore. All you got to do is just push, and those are your airflow options. You've got 4 holes, 3 holes, 2 hole, and a single hole. So this is a very tight draw and slightly bigger, and this is completely wide open. So all you got to do is just get this airflow slot to go up against whichever one you want to. Let's say you want a 2-hole draw, face it against it, pull, and that's it. Likewise, if you want completely open, put it up against the 4-hole airflow and just pull it back. That's done. Very simple. Clapton coils, you can actually go out, around, and come in again. If you notice, it's got an opening at the bottom here. It's like an L. You can actually trap your wire underneath that and then pin it down. But what I did was, just like normal wire, just pin it down there. And like I said, if you don't have longer screws, this might be a little bit, just a tad. I mean, it's not impossible. You can unscrew it all the way up and then put your wires in. So I've got a Clapton Build in here. That's your air hole in the middle there. You've got your insulator at the bottom. Your juice flow, 1, 2, 3, 4 juice flow holes. Right here, your juice flow going in, feeding into those holes and to your wick. And that's your airflow at the bottom there. And you want to wick it, just let me quickly show you. Just get your cotton, put it through, once you've got your cotton through, I'm just going to trim it off a little bit here, get it to about this length, and after that just slot it in, right? Alright, just like that, and it's all wicked up. Let's put this aside and take a look at the juice. Yeah, I've got the Mini Muffin Man here, one hit wonder, 6 milligram nic level. That's the smaller size bottle, okay? This is made in the USA, 101% made in the USA. Advertised as the best strawberry muffin on the planet and shrunk down to a miniature form. And this is from one hit wonder eliquid.com. Nicotine Strength doesn't come in 12, I don't think it comes in 12 milligrams, only 6 available. And this is high VG juice, 80/20 VG/PG. 3 different sizes are sold at altSmo.com. The original one hit wonder actually comes in a 100 ml size squeeze bottle, and also 2 empty 15 ml unicorn bottles. And what altSmo.com did was broke it down to smaller size bottle. You got other options with smaller sizes like 15 ml and 30 ml. They're packaged by altSmo.com, which is why you see the altSmo.com printed on the side here, using ice bottles. These are ice bottles. You see that frosted look there. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to use the juice and just prime the cotton here. Get your chimney barrel in there, screw it down all the way. Get your glass, put it in there, top here. You see, this is so simple in comparison to the Kayfun 4. You have got so many parts, and I just love this, you know, setting up this is so easy. And that's it. Once you've closed off the juice flow, just pump it in. You can literally use the whole bottle, just pour it in if you like to. Alright, so I'm not going to fill it up full, I'm just going to fill it up a little bit, right to the middle there. And when you're putting it back, like I said, you'll feel the O-ring going up against the top here. Press it a little bit and turn. And it goes in very, very nicely. And then all you got to do is just open it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see it bubbling right now. There you go. That's about it, I guess. Hope I didn't miss out anything else. You want to adjust your airflow, go to the smallest or the biggest. After that, just pull it, click, and you're all set to vape. This is the Kayfun 5 clone. We'll get back topside, we'll vape on this and talk about it some more. Alright guys, welcome back to FaceTime. We're going to take it for a vape right now. Got my Clapton coil in there. Let's go for it. Really nice. It's measuring 0.79 ohms, 0.8 ohms, firing it at 20 watts. Yes, when I was vaping, when I first started vaping, in fact, there was the Kayfun 3.1. That was the first thing I ever used from Kayfun, and that was when I first started to learn how to build on it, because all the Kayfun tanks are, you know, single coil builds, very easy, and a lot of noobs actually start with Kayfuns because it's easy to build and it vapes really nicely. It's got a restricted airflow, and that one had a big tank on it, bottom fill and all. Then they came out with the Kayfun Lite, which had the bottom fill hole, also vapes really well as well. In fact, the Kayfun Lite was really talk of the town. It was a sellout. Everybody wanted a Kayfun Lite. It was nice to vape on. The only phobia that I had was losing that bottom fill hole screw, but they do give you spares, you know. And you had to find a needle nose bottle that fits in to pump in your juice, otherwise you have got to use a syringe. Then they had the Kayfun 4, if I'm not mistaken. That was a nightmare to me. It had 11 parts in it, and every time I cleaned up the tank, you know, broke it down and all that, you have at least 10 parts to assemble it back before you can vape on it again. Then they came out with the Kayfun Mini, which I liked very much, except the fact that you really have to wick it properly very well, otherwise you get dry hits, because there's only about, I think, 4 juice holes in it, and the fact that it only takes in 2 ml, you got to refill it every time. But the vape quality was good. Now they have the Kayfun 5 here. Although this is a clone, I think they've nailed it. They've combined the best out of the Kayfun Mini and also tweaked this a little bit, added some new features to it. It is stellar. Wicking is a lot more forgiving now because of the extra 2 juice holes they give you. Now it's instead of 4, they got 6 juice holes there, so it wicks really well. Airflow options, I mean, you've got a feel from tight airflow to fully opened up, and it gives you a nice restricted kind of lung inhale. And if you're somebody who likes mouth to lung, you can also do so. Just close down the air holes, and opening and closing up the air holes is made so easy now compared to what it was before. You have to take out the 510 pin and then put your screwdriver into that little hole, adjust it, and then put back the 510 pin. It was a bit of a hassle. Now all you got to do is just pull it up and then adjust to whatever that suits your kind of style of vaping, and then push it back down and you're set to go. Juice capacity, very good. I mean, it depends on which tank you're using. If you're using the stainless steel tank, you get 5 ml. I like using the glass tank because I can see the juice level, and you get 4 ml in it. Also, the deck now allows you to do Clapton coils, bigger wires and all that with the spare screws. This clone has all the same length, okay, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for you to do big coils. But with the Authentic as well, if I'm not mistaken, from what I know, is they give you 2 sets of screws. So it depends if you want to use a bigger thicker wire, so you use the longer screws, and if you're using a normal 26-28 gauge wires, you use the shorter screw. Okay, so all these features really nice that they have got incorporated into the Kayfun 5. Let me just have a quick vape before we go on again. I like that nice restricted lung hit. Very nice, very easy, very relaxed, very smooth. Okay, so to me, this tank is worth every ringgit or dollar that you pay for, in my own personal humble opinion. Will it prompt me to go out and buy one? Obviously yes, and I'd pay for the Authentic version by Zomesto. Okay, you won't regret it if you can afford it. I mean, I do understand a lot of us have our priorities before we invest into an Authentic device, so it depends on your budget. If you do have the budget, go for the Authentic. You won't regret it. So, but for now, it's the clone for me. I mean, it all depends, like I said, priorities. What are your priorities? Okay, back to this. Anyway, the Tobeco version of the KF5 is available from altSmo.com, and they're based out of KL. They have it in stainless steel and also in black as well. Links below and right here as well. And they are retailing for 100 ringgit, about 25 US dollars, somewhere around there, for the stainless steel version. And for the black version, they have it in black as well. You just top up another 10 ringgit. Replacement glass, in case you crack this, which doesn't come with the box, it's available sold separately. For the Kayfun 5, it is 15 ringgit. And by the way, the mini muffin, the one hit wonder juice that I have here, is also from altSmo.com. Really nice. 6 milligrams. I don't know whether they have it in 12 mg. I'm not sure about that. Also not too sure about the pricing on the juice, so feel free to call and check out with Eugene on the juice if you're interested. So with the Kayfun 5, for me, that's about it. Let's take another vape before we wrap things up. Nice, I can take my own sweet time, have a nice vape. Really good. So anyway, once again, thank you so much, Eugene from altSmo.com, for sending this to me. And until I talk to you again, until the next one, take care, vape safe, God bless, bye for now.